Alright, Kapper here. It's April 5th, 2018. I got some apple trees in the four-wheeler. This is our second decent day in a row. And of course we got a rainstorm coming tomorrow and Saturday. That's how it's been. So I mean, I can't do anything at Project 211, so I'm doing a couple little small things around the farm here. I'm gonna go get those trees in by the food plots, and I'm gonna trim up the other apple trees that we've got, and that'll at least get me outside for an hour or two. And I'm pulling down most of my cameras. I'll leave a skeleton crew in key spots, but pulling most of them down to give them a break. Okay, here's one of the food plots. Not sure if I trimmed it last year or if it came trimmed, but you could see these two trees here. I trimmed just a few off of them. I saw a great video on Midwest Whitetail about how to prune trees. So these two aren't blooming yet. They're a little late, but they're still alive. And I'm going to put the next pair down here. These I'm not going to cage off. I'm just going to hope for the best. I'm going to put a plastic protector on them, and I'm going to put a T-post in and tie them up. So as far as from rubbing, I'm hopeful they'll do okay. And this is one of my food plots, and you can see there's a deer tower right there. Deer love this plot. So just trying to sweeten it up just a little bit more, a little bit at a time, consistency. And one of the must-haves that I carry in each of my four-wheelers in the glove box is a folding tree knife, tree saw, if you will, I guess. And I keep wet wipes always in there, some tire patch supplies, extra pair of gloves. But now I'm going to take this little saw and I'm gonna cut some I think they are honey locusts nearby those apple trees, and they're the ones with all the nasty big stickers on. So here's a look at this honey locust grove right here. It's infiltrating this whole little open spot. I really should have brought a chainsaw or something, but for right now I'm just gonna cut what's gonna be near these new apple trees. Okay, these were definitely smaller than I thought they were. So it's going to be an uphill challenge for these. But if you remember, these were the clearance sale ones that we pick up every fall at Menards and other places. So they were probably 15 bucks a piece, give or take, maybe 20. So I got the plastic wrap as high as I can. My hope is that the bucks don't like the steel post. You know, as far as the does eating the leaves, this is a marathon run, so they're gonna eat the lower ones probably until they can get, you know, 6 foot high. So we'll see how it goes. If I ever had any extra, you know, energy, I could fence them in, but that's just really low on the priority list right now. So I'll move on to each food plot. I added 2 big ones last year in each one. Now I'm going to add 2 smaller ones. And I did overseed all of these plots about a month ago. So the perennials are looking pretty good. Okay, now I'm at one of my favorite places on this property. This was the very, very first micro plot that we built on this property with the watering hole. But let me show you what I did here. I had a new idea here. There's the first 2 trees from last year. And here's the one I just planted. I found these old oak stakes in the four-wheeler, so I thought I'd put the steel and the oak stake on one side to discourage bucks from rubbing. And then, of course, it's tied to the steel. I think that'll work good. But look at these tree tubes. They did their job. I'm not sure if they're the greatest for apple trees, but these act like a greenhouse, okay? And they cause the tree to grow taller faster. And of course the deer can't get at it at the same time. So you got like all these whips in here that are coming out of here. They actually, like this whip right here goes way down almost to the base of the tree. So I trimmed off the top a little bit. Soon these will start sagging out with fruit, hopefully. And then this one's the same way. You got this super straight and tall whip. I'm almost tempted to cut it further, but right now it's only about 6 feet right here. So we'll give it another year and see how it looks. Okay, and here's the second one on my favorite plot. Yeah, you caught me. I got the radio on the UTV. That's all good. Of course, I forgot my twine at the last spot. So I'm just winging it and tying it with plastic until I get back to it. Okay, I'm out here at my favorite microplot. And if you remember last year, I hand dispersed some cattails in here. Okay, now I don't know what them are right there growing, but I've never seen them in the shorelines before. On any of my watering holes, none of them. Nothing that looks like that growing anywhere, and I've never had cattails. So it is possible that I'll have my first cattails. Possible, so stay tuned. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. Definitely don't know what it is. Never seen it. Okay, and finishing up. This plot was just a raw field when we bought this property. This is the one that I dug that watering hole with the tractor, with the Coyote, and I had to redo it. This is a half clover chicory mix and half fall mix on the back side there. So those two are my original 2 trees from last year, and those 2 are the new ones. They both have 2 stakes on each side to try and protect them. But this year the starting line is way, way farther ahead than it was, well, in any of the last years. So I have a head start this year, finally. Finally got a little bit of a head start, starting the year. Now we'll see what Mother Nature does. But this clover's doing pretty good. Just need it to start taking off here pretty quick. Get ahead of the deer. Sounds empty.